So today, for a little bit of fun, we're going to demonstrate how a simple browser extension for Google Chrome can open up a whole new world of possibilities while you're browsing the web by sending links from the browser directly to the Wadio Data Service Exchange. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at where Chrome likes to put its extensions under Tools and More Tools. And you can see that we have the Wadio Connect extension here already installed. Now, I loaded it as an unpacked extension because it's not officially in the Chrome store yet, of course. But what this browser extension does is it adds this little button here to the toolbar. So if I'm on a web page, I can click that. And it says that I can send the current page off to the Wadio Data Service Exchange. Now, where is that going to go and what's that going to do? Well, that's a good question. So let's take a look. And under options here, we can do some configuration. Mine's already configured. And we can set what cluster we want to use, what exchange I want to send my links to, what metadata I want to tag them with. In this case, I'm going to tag it with the value Chrome, and of course my Wadio access token. So if I do that, let's say I'm browsing off to Apple this time, and I want to go ahead and send it. Now, I'm going to show you that I've already got some applications listening here, just to show that it's actually coming over to the exchange. So you see I'm running an opfx here just to show the output, listening on the Esper exchange where I'm supposed to be sending these links to. I'm listening for, in this case, all metadata. So I should see the message come through here. And then over here, I'm binding another opfx, in this case, an opfx pipe, that has a little function that just ferries it off to Bipio. In this case, I'm going to launch a BIP called Web Favorites, and I'm going to send it the metadata that I'm getting from Chrome. So let's go ahead and send this link. You can see that I do indeed get the message here. It's just a link message with the URL, the title of the page, and if there is one, the favorite icon. And then down here, I went ahead and sent a message off to the Bipio exchange and tried to invoke the Web Favorites BIP that belongs to user Steve with some data here that came from the original message. So if I go over to Bipio, I do indeed have a Web Favorites BIP. Very simple. I have an incoming webhook that receives the incoming messages and a syndication pod. So let's take a look at that. So here I'm just taking, for each message that comes in, and pulling out some of the data that got sent. So we have a title that came in, we have a URL that becomes the title and the URL of the actual item in an RSS feed that we're building up. Grab a timestamp, if there was an icon, and Bob's your uncle. So in this case, I can take a look at what the actual RSS feed looks like. And because this is the try cluster, not the public one, you have to hit the API this way. And I can see that here's my item. I already had one here from TechCrunch, it looks like. But here's my new item from Apple. And that's my RSS feed. Now, of course, we could do a lot more interesting things. We have the whole power of Bipio at our disposal, and we could have just as easily routed the message to any of a number of data services besides just Bipio. But this shows how easy it is to take a simple thing like a browser extension that does one thing, just sends it off to the Wadio exchange, and I can do interesting things from there, like creating an RSS feed of all of the links that I browse to. That's our demo. Thanks.